Hi everyone, welcome again from Norway, from yet a beautiful scenery. Look at this, isn't it gorgeous? Every day I go outside and I think you should too. I think we all should. We need to connect with nature. Okay, so I'm back to you because once I walk, I have these ideas I want to share with you, and today a grand one came across because not only myself but most thought leaders or keynote speakers will tell you that giving is receiving, right? That we should give. And I talk about serving, not pleasing, but serving. Now the difference is profound because when you serve from your heart. But when you please, you're pleasing from your mind in the sense that you're looking for a return. You're looking for a return of your investment. ROI is what they call it. This is not what we're going to talk about today, but just as a point of start, where you start is the giving. What about the receiving? What about the allowing to receive? I think this is a huge missing link for a lot of us when it comes to healing and when it comes to our ability to live freely, effortlessly, in compassion on this earth. Receiving, allowing in, not only being focused on giving, which is, don't get me wrong, it is huge because giving is receiving, but are you allowing to receive? Are you allowing everything that comes towards you? What about the self-love that everything links back to? Does that have anything to do with receiving? Yes, it does. See, we're taught that wanting something for ourselves is egocentric or narcissistic, that we're not supposed to want anything for ourselves, and we feel that it's taking away from the whole. It's like having one cake and thinking, if I take a piece, then another person's not going to get theirs. Well, think about it this way. This cake called life is limitless. So it doesn't matter how many pieces you take or allow in or consume, there's always going to be enough for everyone, because everyone else have their own limitless cake. Okay, that's the one point. The number one point holding us back from receiving is the notion that we're not good enough, that we're not supposed to take a piece, that we're not supposed to take anything for ourselves. Now this is the tricky part. If you're not serving you, if you're not serving your own mission and your own purpose, if you're not standing your own ground, being your best self, allowing yourself to be your best self, you're not that much of help to anyone else. Love thyself like thy neighbor, right? Meaning, first of all, love yourself. Only when you do that can you see your own value. And only through seeing your own value can you see anyone else's value. I see this when it comes to healing. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual healing. I see that when I work with clients, one of the larger obstacles is being able to receive, to allow in all the goodness that is there. Seeing all the signs and all the open doors. You see, if you're shutting down to receiving, you're not seeing possibilities because they're everywhere. And once one door closes, I used to say a couple of new windows will open, But if you just keep staring at that door, or a similar door, or something that you feel should look like a door, you might miss that window. It's the same thing about the receiving. Once you open to receive anything flowing your way, you're saying more, you're saying yes to the universe. I want more of this. So if you're meeting someone on the street and they smile at you, you smile back and you allow that to touch you. If someone comes towards you with an offering saying, here, do you want to have that? You might not even really want that at the time, but don't worry about that. Just say, yes, thank you, thank you. Not only are you opening up for yourself through that receiving, but you're allowing the person that was the giver to be inspired to give more. Do you see where I'm going with all of this? When you step on the other side of the giving, you are part of that whole giving energy through being a receiver. If we were all focusing about giving and still being closed off towards receiving, we will never get in that flow. And the more open you are, the more you will allow in what's good for you. Because allowing in and receiving is not about taking abuse or taking any crap or anything that's going to hurt you. You know, on the contrary, it's about allowing the goodness in and filtering out everything that's not needed in your life anymore. You'll be able to discern what's good for you. You'll be able to see the amazing food. You'll be able to see nature and to appreciate it because your state is now saying yes. See? By allowing, you're saying yes to life. You're saying yes to creation. You're saying yes to growth, to change. And even though change is inevitable, when we resist it, we're hurting because we are resisting creation. And listen, we do have aeroplanes. Maybe one day soon we'll just travel through the universe. No plane needed, or actually we can. That's another story. So yes, I wanted to talk to you about the receiving part. So what does this look like in your everyday life? What does it look like being a receiver? Like I say, okay, Hilde, so now I take in everything that comes towards me. What does it look like? Well, it looks like trust, and it looks like faith, and it looks like less brain, it looks like less talk, and more love. It looks like being more silent, being more quiet, being more in the now, being less analytic, and just being aware of everything around you and saying yes to everything that comes towards you. It could be people, it could be places, it could be an offering, it could be change. It could be that something happens in your life that clearly states that you need to do something different. Now you can say yes to that. And this is where I'm really going with this short discussion about receiving. Because when we're so close off to who we really are, that we say no, or stop it, I can't do that, I'm too fearful, this is not for me, towards something, a lifestyle, love and compassion that's showing you what you can do and where you can go to find health, to find your happiness, your mission, your passion, your purpose. When this is offered to you and you say no, and you have any reason that you feel is valid to say no, then you're not open to receiving. You have made yourself rules of what you can say yes to and not, or not. And your soul always wants you to say yes to what's serving you. You see? So this is not really you. This is the mind. This is the conditioning. This is the false beliefs. This is what I wrote about in No More Bullshit, amongst other things. This is the journey that's behind the journey. This is the trigger for your why, for your purpose. I have been wondering for a while, and I used to study people's behavior. And I would look to those who made it, those who obviously made a huge effort to change what they were doing, those who succeeded in achieving what they set out to achieve, those who came out at the other end. Why were I able to change my whole life? Why am I no longer bedridden? Why have I written the 3 books and I stand before you in nature, elevated, on a small mountaintop, when I should have been in bed or dead? Why? If I can do that, why doesn't everybody do that? I was willing to receive. I was willing to let everything that I was guided to come towards me. I shredded every single old paradigm, doubt, criticism, critique, skepticism. I just said, fuck this. I said, this is not working. I just let all of that go, and I connected with me, with nature, with creation, with who I really am. And there I was shown to be open to everything, because what I was guided towards was so much grander than me, you see. Everything that you look at from your eyes when you're not feeling well, everything you see is not a reflection of the true you. It is not the reality that you were supposed to live in, that you were supposed to or meant to. The thing is, it's a choice. That very, very hard, simple, complex word, the choice. If you choose to do what needs to be done, if you choose to step back and allow, if you choose to accept that there are so much out there that you don't know anything about, and that will blow away everything that you thought you knew and you think you know and beyond. And I accepted that I don't know. Not everything. I don't know almost anything. We don't know. And that's an exciting part about exploring life. We can allow in all these changes and all that enthusiasm and eagerness, like a child, to explore this lifetime right here. And there are so many possibilities that are shut out by focusing on what you are doing in the now, being only a giver without receiving, without being open towards you. It's a whole flow. It's the flow, it's a circle of life. It's a circle of life. That's why we say giving is receiving. Not because when you give you will receive. That too. We can kind of grasp that with our mind, right? You give, okay, so you receive. When you say giving is receiving, you have to be open for receiving. to be part of that circle. And look at the body. The blood taking all the nutrients, all the oxygen to the cells. The lymphatic system cleansing everything out, going through the lymph nodes, filtering out the kidneys, the bowel, the liver, the skin, the lungs, all excreting the toxins, breathing in nutrients, prana, the sunshine, the vibes of the nature. It's a circle of life. It's the giving and receiving. It's the out and the in. It's the day and night. Black and white, hot and cold, duality. So my friend, I want to challenge you today. When you're out walking, be aware and see where you can be a receiver. When someone reproaches you with something, say thank you. Say thank you. Always say thank you. Thank you for this healing. Show me the way. And how can I serve? Because once you serve, really serve from the heart, you are already a receiver. When you're pleasing, this is where this comes full circle, when you're pleasing from the mind, from the mental state, you're so shut up from receiving, you're scared to take in anything, because the reason you're pleasing is you think you're not good enough. And when you think you're not good enough, and you think you're not worthy of love, you're shut off from the source itself. You're shut off from the universe, from the healing force. These are strong words, and these are my own. This is what comes through me, and this is what I see in my practice. So every situation that comes to you, every person that speaks to you, every song you listen to on the radio, receive it. Receive the message and say thank you. You'll know what to do with it. You know. So namaste, my friends. This is me going to finish my walk. So if you like this video, or you like the topics that I speak about, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so that you'll get the latest videos. I'll be back soon. I love to interact with you, and I wish you an amazing day in receiving all the love that's there for you, all the healing that's there for you, all the amazingness that's just ready for you once you open your heart and receive and say thank you, and thank you for being here. Thank you.